learning how to do each task. Here we are explaining how menus work. Notice we use close-ups of the computer screen and highlight certain areas so you know exactly what you are looking at and what we are talking about.
Menu and the letter alone to activate a menu's selections. And again, the speed keys are listed on the right. You can use the up and down arrow keys to highlight the menu option you want. Then press enter.
We use a lot of animation to make complex subjects a little easier to understand. For example, here's an animation showing you the difference in the amount of information that can be stored on a floppy disk versus a hard disk.
To give you an idea of how many bytes they can hold, a small 20 meg hard drive can hold 20 million bytes of information, or as much information as 55 360K floppy disks.
So as you can see, there's no easier way to learn how to run a computer.
Yeah, and this is learning without expensive classes, confusing manuals. You learn at your own speed and when it's convenient for you.
Initially, I just viewed the tape and stopped it about halfway through, rewound it, and sat down and said, no use wasting time, might as well get started. Sat down and created my first spreadsheet. Within an hour, I'd figured out the formulas, figured out how to copy, figured out how to format the width of the columns and all that. Well, the video professor was the only way that made sense for me. The manual, I read legal documents all day long and I'm involved in, big document negotiations, and the thought of reading more at night, especially mundane stuff, just never appealed to me. The thought of going to class didn't work because my schedule was busy in the daytime and I have a family of 4 and I wanted to be able to spend time with my kids, and so I didn't want to do that. But be able to plug in a video professor tape at 9 o'clock and work till 11 at night fit my schedule exactly, and none of those others would work.
Amazing, isn't it? People of all ages and backgrounds actually learning to use their computers in the convenience of their own home or office, simply by watching a videotape. This revolutionary new approach to learning computers will have you mastering computers quicker and easier than you ever thought possible. And now the video professor has developed a special learning pack. This pack contains everything you need to get you started understanding and using the most popular computer programs on the market today. The first tape in the pack is the all-important Getting Started with Your Personal Computer. This exceptional video takes you step by easy step to understanding how computers work. No more will you feel intimidated by these machines with your newfound knowledge. Next, you'll receive this tape on learning WordPerfect. Word processors are a part of every business today, as well as personal correspondence, not to mention students and their homework. Anybody who doesn't understand how they work or what they can do is simply being left behind. This tape will show you how easily you can be writing professional-looking letters and documents. You'll also receive Learning Lotus. Ever had a problem balancing your checkbook or keeping track of the finances of a business? This tape will show you how to use this incredible program. And once you understand how it works, you'll be amazed at how it does all the work for you. These tapes sold separately would cost over $180, but if you act now, you can receive them all for the special introductory price of only $79.95. For those who order now, the video professor will include absolutely free these keyboard templates for each program to remind you of what keys to use. Plus, you'll get this tape, Understanding Software, that gives you an overview of what different software programs are capable of doing and how they do it. For those who order right now, Video Professor will also include absolutely free this 5th video on the hottest selling software package on the market today, Windows. But you must call now. Look at all you get, valued well over $200 still for just $79.95. Operators are standing by, so pick up your phone and call right now, no matter what time it is. Have your credit card ready or send check or money order plus shipping and handling to the address on your screen. Don't be shy. Our operators are very friendly people. There's no pressure when you call or at any time with our 30-day satisfaction guaranteed return policy.
Okay, I got a question for everybody. Who knows absolutely nothing about computers? Raise your hands. Okay, let me. Eeny, meeny, miny, Mo. Hey, Mo, how you doing?
Laura.
Laura, I'm only teasing. Your name's Laura?
Yes.
Okay, Laura, stand up for a second. You know absolutely nothing about computers, right?
That's right.
Okay, great. Now, would you be willing to help us in a little demonstration?
Sure.
That's terrific. Amber, bring those over? Great. Now, what I need to know from you right now is whether you'd rather learn from the video professor tape or from the manual.
From the tape.
Okay, great. Give her the tape. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Sir, you right there. I believe you had your hand up as well?
Yep.
And what's your name?
My name's Rob.
Rob, great. Stand up for a second. Now, you know absolutely nothing about computers, is that right?
I don't know anything about computers.
Great. Okay. Now, your job is to learn something from this manual, okay?
Sure.
All right, terrific. Hey, thanks a lot, you two. John, look, while I'm setting them up, why don't you explain to the folks exactly what we're doing here, okay?
Sure, Jeff. We have two workstations set up behind me. One with a television VCR and a video professor tape. The other is just with a manual. Now, their computers are set up exactly the same. Jeff is asking our two volunteers to do a DOS command, which is disk copy. This is a command that allows you to copy the information from one disk onto another. Rob will take the DOS manual, go to the index, try and find where the disk copy command is in the manual, and get started. Laura will take the video professor tape, go to the index, find where disk copy command is, fast forward, and press the play button. Jeff, are they ready to get started?
Yeah, I think so. You guys ready? All right, look, so why don't you go ahead and get started, and now be sure to let me know as soon as you finish, all right? All right?
While Rob and Laura are figuring out how to do disk copy, let's check in on Rick Marshall and see how our class is doing. How's it going, Rick?
Well, John, we've been working on this for about 50 minutes now. In fact, everybody is really having a good time with their computers. Let's check in with a few people to see how they're doing. You remember Ramona. Ramona was having a hard time finding a job in the marketplace and thought some computer skills might help her. What do you think so far?
I'm absolutely impressed, Rick. I've just spent a little while on this WordPerfect here, and I've been really impressed with the short time that I've been on it. I've managed to learn a lot of things that I didn't know before, and I just absolutely loved it.
Well, good luck to you in the marketplace, Ramona.
Thank you.
Sean, how you doing?
Just fine, Rick. How are you?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Sean, you were the one that said, I've never even turned a computer on.
That's right. I never have.
You're a little intimidated by them.
I was, yes.
All right, well, what do you think about it now?
I like it. It's fun. Working with this system is helping me. I think I can learn it and eventually become almost computer literate with it.
You think you could learn it in the comfort of your own home?
Absolutely, yes. That would be where I'd prefer to use it, to be honest with you.
I guess the key question, would you recommend Video Professor to your friends?
Yes, I would. I think if they wanted to learn and if they were as frightened of the system as I was and they didn't wish to look too ignorant, that they could get one of these and take them home and learn from it, yes.
Sean, you got the computer on now. Don't stop. Hey, John, I got somebody I want you to meet. A lady that comes all the way from Venezuela. Her name is Jordana, and she's just been in our country for 4 months. She's learning English, and it's a little difficult. Jordana, I see you're working on WordPerfect. Are you finding it easy to understand?
Oh, yes, it's really easy. You know, I still have some problems understanding English, especially on those subjects I don't know anything about, like computers. But this video professor tape is making it easier for me, because even if I don't understand what they say, I still can see what they do on the screen, and it helps a lot.
Fantastic. What more can I say? Back to you, Jeff and John.
Thanks a lot, Rick. We'll get back to you later to see how the rest of them are doing. Jeff, what are you looking... Oh, how are they doing?
Well, Laura seems to be typing happily away at something, and, well, Rob... I don't know what Rob's doing. Look, John, I know firsthand that these tapes really make learning simple. When I was doing them, I was never lost. I was never sitting there saying, what's he talking about? It just built, every step built on what I'd learned in the previous step. What can I say? Something very difficult was made very simple.
Excuse me, but you said to tell you when I was finished. Here's the copy disc.
Oh, well, step right on in here. That was pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, it certainly was. How'd the tape work for you?
Well, I was really nervous in the beginning because I wasn't sure I was going to understand what to do, but I followed the steps, and here it is. It was really easy.
That's great, Laura. Hey, Rob, time's up. Come on over here and bring your manual. So how'd it go, Rob?
Well, I found the disk copy file section okay, but trying to understand what it was telling me to do, I guess I'm still a little confused.
Rob, how about if I do this? I give you a Video Professor learning pack and take away this confusing manual and save you a lot of hassle.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And here's one for you too, Laura. Now, this pack contains everything you need to know about mastering computers. And look, I want to thank you both for volunteering. You were great. Hey, let's have a hand for them, okay?
Okay, he's ready? Great. All right, everybody. It's time to hear from someone that bought Video Professor tapes years ago, used them, and then sent us a great thank you letter because we came out with such a wonderful product. Well, here he is from Branson, Missouri, where he performs in his theater year-round, country music star Mickey Gilley. Mickey, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Jeff, and hi, John. It's good to be on the show. Thanks for having me on.
Hi, Mickey. It says here in your letter that you bought 6 books before finding Video Professor to help you learn the computer. Sounds like you had a hard time with those books.
Well, that's very true. I tried the books, and evidently whoever writes the books, they already know the computer, so they write in language that is very difficult for a novice like myself to understand. I stumbled up on Video Professor, put the tape in, and I found it a very, very easy way to learn the computer. It was extremely easy for me to follow along. Like the old cliche, one picture's worth 1,000 words. Very true.
So you ordered some tapes from Video Professor, and, well, how'd it go?
They worked extremely well. I found it very easy to put the tape in the machine. I could run forward, I could run backward. The parts that I learned, I can pass that up, and I try to commit it to memory. It shows you the keyboard, and of course, by being able to look at the keyboard and look at my keyboard at home and go right straight to the key, exercise the key, and have the computer do exactly what you want it to do, you say, ooh, I'm learning this thing very easy. And it was very simple for me to, to figure out how to make the thing do exactly what I wanted to do. Extremely easy to learn with Video Professor.
Mickey, I know you have a very busy schedule, but you took the time to join us here today. Would you tell us why?
Well, I enjoy telling the folks about what I feel like is a good product. I never recommend anything, and I don't mind telling you, I mean, I'm not getting paid to say this, but I want to tell you that Video Professor is a great tool, a great learning tool. When I find something that I'm extremely happy with, I don't mind saying, hey, this is a great product. And if you believe in something, you don't mind telling the people about it. And I can't think of anything easier than Video Professor to learn how to operate the computer. It is a great learning tool, and I highly recommend it.
Mickey, thanks for sharing your Video Professor learning experience with us and for joining us here today.
Hey, it's a pleasure being on the show. Thanks for having me on. And all you folks out there, I'd like to invite you to come down to Branson, Missouri. Wonderful country music shows here. Y'all come see us, you hear?
This revolutionary new approach to learning computers will have you mastering computers quicker and easier than you ever thought possible. And now the Video Professor has developed a special learning pack. This pack contains everything you need to get you started understanding and using the most popular computer programs on the market today. The first tape in the pack is the all-important Getting Started with Your Personal Computer. This exceptional video takes you step by easy step to understanding how computers work. No more will you feel intimidated by these machines with your newfound knowledge. Next, you'll receive this tape on learning WordPerfect. Word processors are a part of every business today, as well as personal correspondence, not to mention students and their homework. Anybody who doesn't understand how they work or what they can do is simply being left behind. You'll also receive Learning Lotus. Ever had a problem balancing your checkbook or keeping track of the finances of a business? This tape will show you how to use this incredible program. And once you understand how it works, you'll be amazed at how it does all the work for you. These tapes sold separately would cost over $180. But if you act now, you can receive them all for the special introductory price of only $79.95. For those who order now, the Video Professor will include absolutely free these keyboard templates for each program to remind you of what keys to use. Plus, you'll get this tape, Understanding Software, that gives you an overview of what different software programs are capable of doing and how they do it. For those who order right now, Video Professor will also include absolutely free this 5th video on the hottest selling software package on the market today, Windows. But you must call now. Look at all you get, valued well over $200 still for just $79.95. Operators are standing by, so pick up your phone and call right now, no matter what time it is. Have your credit card ready or send check or money order, plus shipping and handling, to the address on your screen. Don't be shy. Our operators are very friendly people. There's no pressure when you call or at any time with our 30-day satisfaction guaranteed return policy.
Welcome back. John, we've seen how these tapes help individuals learn how to use computers, but don't you have large corporations that use these tapes to help train their employees?
We do. Jeff, we have an unbelievable number of corporations across the country that have our tapes in their library. They're saving thousands of dollars every day by using them to train their employees. I think it can be best said by a man named John Mado of the Liebert Corporation. Why don't we listen to what he has to say?
Before I had the Video Professor tapes here at the office, we had sent several of our people to classes at a training center here in Santa Ana, California. That was $199 per day for a DOS class, a simple DOS class, a beginner's DOS, and then another $199 for an intermediate DOS, and another for an advanced DOS. Now that's almost $600 for one person to go to basically 3 days of DOS training to become literate in DOS. With the Video Professor tapes, we paid much, much less than that, and not only can I teach one person the DOS, but I have that library now that all of my people have access to it. They can also go back and review DOS at any time. It doesn't cost us any more.
You know, even teachers are using Video Professor these days to help their students learn. Listen to what Linda Lang, a college computer teacher, has to say about the Video Professor.
The Video Professor tapes are really well organized. They begin with really basic skills and then build step by step on that toward the more advanced skills in each particular kind of software, word processing, spreadsheet, and so forth. For example, the Windows tape begins with a very simple discussion of what is a window and what are the important parts of a window, a menu bar, a border, the desktop, and proceed from there to how to use the entire package to greatest advantage. As a teacher, I really appreciate the step-by-step organization of the tapes.
Speaking of class, let's see what our class has accomplished in 1 hour's time. How's it going there, Rick?
Everybody here is pretty excited, guys. In fact, I've been talking to Michael. So what are you learning with the Video Professor?
Well, I found out computers a lot easier than I thought. It's been a couple years since I really used them.